Allah Alahayna Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Hamashiach Wa Malakia Bashim Hawawat Kakorash Barakathum the Wada Bible Bar Wakwan Yasharala. Double honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone who teach us daily. To the men out there teaching the likewise doctrine and say Shalom. Today we're gonna get into a video. Dabu 7, he basically bringing out information pertaining to all the land that China owns in America. Now, all this adds to the twisted reality of Esau. Now, this is my thing. Remember in the Apocrypha when it says, never trust thine enemy, Sirach chapter 12, verse 10, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Never trust him. And it goes further than trusting. You don't believe nothing he says because this man meditates 25 hours a day, 8 days a week on how to get away with wickedness. Now, what he wants to do, he wants to forward this country into chaos. All right. Now, the thing is this. Esau proclaims that China is their enemy. Okay, if that's the case, why do they own so much land in this country, number one? And number two, why do they own the West Coast ports? You might as well give them the keys to the White House. Why are you at it? So you can't trust shit Esau does or says. Because most of the shit he does and says is mostly misdirection. Just to keep you from being on his trail, being on to what he's really doing. Now, they claim China is their enemy and all this shit, but when you look at this map of, it's a map of the United States, and in the red, it's got all the land that the Chinese owns in America. But right next to most of these lands are military bases. Now, that tells me one of two things. Number one, it tells me that China is with the shit as well. China and the United States got a little thing going, whereas when the chaos pops off, either these Chinese men are going to these military bases to get suited and booted to rape, rob, and murder. And you wonder where all these Chinese migrants went. Once they crossed the border, that's where they went, to that land owned by China. Yeah, it tells me that as soon as the shit hits the fan, when they get this green light, because these are just Chinese citizens. That's not to say that they are Chinese military. They could be under the UN. Remember now, this country sold out. The government sold this country out to the WEF and the WHO. The UN is in there somewhere as well. So it would not surprise me not one bit if these so-called Chinese soldiers were actually UN troops. Now, let's get a scripture before we grab the video. This is Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof, not where and who is he? That's why all this wickedness is allowed, all this bullshit. And we can't wait until the Lord does away with Esau. As you can see from yesterday, the small has got rocked with a bunch of missiles from Iran. Call on Yahweh Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Hamashiach Wa Malakia Bashim Hawawat Kakorash Barakathum. Yes. Yeah, them Israelis got their asses rocked. This is only the beginning. Now, let's go ahead and grab the video real quick. This is Dabu 7's channel. The name of the video is China poses imminent threat on U.S. homeland with newly acquired farmland near military bases. That's what gave it away. Once you see this, you're going to see that this is not a coincidence.
What's up, guys? Dabu 7. Want to bring some attention to what's going on with these pieces of land that the Chinese are purchasing that butt right up next to our military installations. And it's pretty bad. across the board, across the country. You can see what they're doing, and I find it hard to believe that our military hasn't noticed this. It almost feels like it's a big setup.
Exactly, it is a setup. If China was really our enemy, why would you sell them land right next to our military bases? And that just goes to show you Esau, he'll do anything for money. This man will sell his mama for some bread. No, this is not a coincidence. This is a setup, just like he said. Let me run it back.
You can see what they're doing, and I find it hard to believe that our military hasn't noticed this. It almost feels like it's a big setup. We take a look at this map. In this map showing the Chinese-owned farmland across America. Even in Hawaii, they have some, as you can see here at the bottom. Now, even the southern tip of Texas, the very southernmost tip, they have land. The Chinese do. The southernmost tip of Florida, they have land. And you can see here, out in the middle of nowhere, Grand Forks Air Force Base. Right next to it, they own.
See, that ain't no coincidence. Now, if you go back a little bit, where he went to the southern tip, let me see. Right here. You can see right here, they own land at the tip of Texas, the tip of Florida, and then if you go up, they own some land in Washington and in San Diego. Now, what do all these places have in common? These are entry points into the country. Now, look here. You got Hill Air Force Base, which is the white circle. All the white circles are military bases. Look how close they bought their land. Here, 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 here. This base is surrounded by Chinese. They got 2 bases in Florida. Chinese owned lands right in between both. Here and here. This is not a coincidence, man. Esau needs to stop with all these, oh, I don't know nothing about it. That's how he gonna play it. I don't know nothing about it. Well, if you don't know nothing about the so-called enemy infiltrating your country, you are unfit to rule. So that tells us, yes, he does know.
Land, the Chinese do. The southernmost tip of Florida, they have land. And you can see here, out in the middle of nowhere, Grand Forks Air Force Base. Right next to it, they own land. Okay? Hill Air Force Base, Dugway Proving Ground. These huge patches of land owned by the Chinese out here. Fort Irwin, Camp Pendleton, Yuma Proving Ground surrounded. You've got multiple places down here in Texas. You can see up here, I mean, what are the odds they're butted right up next to these bases, like Fort Leonard, Leonard Wood here, Whiteman Air Force Base, Fort Liberty, surrounded. And they own huge chunks in North Carolina going up into Virginia, as well as Central Florida. So right here along the coastline, heavily in North Carolina. And we can see down here as well in California, up into Nevada, which is kind of crazy because that's largely owned and controlled, a lot of these areas here, by the government. A lot of these swaths of land going from Utah into Nevada in the border area right here. And then Arizona, you can see they've just got huge chunks of land right next to our major installations. What are they?
See, this is not a coincidence. All this tells me is that when Esau turned that green light on, get these migrants, whatever you want to call them, the green light, the rape, rob, murder, they go into these bases and get suited and booted. They getting weapons, they getting uniforms, they getting vehicles, they getting rations, food rations, and they're gonna destroy this country. Now, I don't care if you don't believe it or not. What you need to do is you need to You need to read the writing on the wall and believe it, because this is not a coincidence. Now, all they show on TV is the Venezuelan, so-called. What happened to all of the military age fighting Chinese men that walked across that border? They went to this land. And I promise you, Chinese got housing on this land for these soldiers.
Relations. What are they waiting for? They're waiting to start blowing up aircraft as it's leaving the airstrip, as it's taking off with troops, as it's loaded with troops and they sleep at night. We cannot be the only ones that see this, but yet politicians and everyone else wants to turn a cheek to all this. We need some attention on this big time. You want to know where potential people that are coming to take us out are sitting? Well, here's where all the land is that the CCP owns. And I would say that all these Chinese that are disappearing into this country are being housed on these properties.
Exactly.
Anyone that has any footage of these locations, these properties, anything going on with them, please let me know. Dabu7@yahoo.com. It would be much appreciated. Now, make sure to join me on the live streams. I'm going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, talking about this and a whole lot more in greater detail.
Now, I think he tried to paint it like the Chinese are going to attack our military. I don't think that's the case, because our military going to be getting judged in the Valley of Yahushua. Just like, remember when Biden left all that military equipment and vehicles in Afghanistan? Same scenario. Remember, they walked across the border with nothing. No uniforms, no weapons. They go into these bases to get suited and booted to murk you Americans. Like I said, if you haven't watched that movie Red Dawn, now is the time. If not, pretty soon it's going to come to a point where you're going to be able to look out your window and watch it live. Now, let's come out of this. Y'all think this is a game. This is not a game. Billions of people worldwide, globally, are about to die. But y'all still trying to look out for either who you gonna vote for, which ain't gonna mean shit because the president never did run this country. And then these idiots signed the whole country over to the WEF and the WHO. Number one, that's what's got you distracted. A fake ass election process. Number two, a lot of y'all still tuned in on, and y'all, a lot of y'all engulfed in this endless rabbit hole of who was at Club Sodom at Diddy's house. Who gives a fuck? Everybody in that house is gonna die. How about that? That'll save you the trouble of going down that endless rabbit hole. You need to be focusing on this right here, right in front of you. This country is about to be destroyed. This country is about to be thrown into chaos. But y'all worried about Puff. Y'all worried about Trump. They can't save you. Let's grab some scriptures, man. And another thing ain't gonna save you, cognitive dissonance ain't gonna save you. Willful ignorance is not gonna save you. Book of Revelation, chapter 6, verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. That red horse is Esau. And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. Go to Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 21, verse 10. The soul of the wicked desireth evil. His neighbor findeth no favor in his eyes. Don't nobody want to deal with Esau, especially as the days progress. More and more truth coming out. More and more people are starting to believe the fact That those small hats over there that's getting rocked right now are not the Lord's people. I heard that Benjamin Big Ears, this dude fled to a bunker. What about the rest of your people? See? Cowards, liars. This who you people exalt? Y'all gonna die with them. Still in Proverbs. Proverbs chapter 24, verse 19. Fret not thyself because of the evil man, neither be thou envious at the wicked. Verse 20, for there shall be no reward to the evil man, the candle of the wicked shall be put out. Now let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 12. And you notice that they're keeping this out of the news. They're keeping you distracted because they want to surprise your ass. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. And they're gonna surprise you and act like they ain't no shit about it at the same time. That's the wickedness of Esau. Ain't shit his fault, even though he's in charge. Okay, we in Sirach chapter 12. Let's go to chapter 12. Sirach chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil. Esau. Always trying to think he paying think tanks how to get away with shit. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. Exactly. Let's get some more of this. Um, this is chapter 12, verse 12. Set him not by thee, lest when he have overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. Neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat, and thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. That's basically saying don't trust them neither. Don't believe that bullshit. Esau come with that friendly shit. If he's paying attention to you, if he's talking about you, if he's thinking about you, he's plotting on you. You are in his thoughts. That's why it says never trust thine enemy. And if you do trust him, it's your goddamn fault. Verse 13, who will pity a charmer that is bitten by a serpent, or any such as come not wild beast? If you playing with a king cobra and you get bit, it's your goddamn fault. Just like when we told y'all don't go down there and get that jab. You did it anyway because you trusted him. And a lot of y'all didn't even live. Over 10 million people gone because they trusted their enemy. No apologies. No acknowledgement of the situation whatsoever. He just pretended it didn't happen. That's why I says never trust his punk ass. Verse 16, an enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagineth how to throw thee into a pit. Exactly. He always plotting on how to get you. He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood. That's why he got to cut your ass up after he murders you, pickling body parts and shit. Your death ain't enough for him. That's how twisted this man is. Verse 17, if adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee every time. Prime example. Come on, take the jab, y'all. It's safe. It's effective. Uh-huh. Yeah, he pretended to help thee, but he undermined thee. Now let's go Go to the book of James. Chapter 2, verse 13. For he shall have judgment without mercy that showed no mercy. That's coming for your ass, Esau, judgment. And mercy rejoiceth against judgment. You know who else judgment coming for? You lying ass small hats. Go to, let's go back to Ecclesiastes chapter 25. Sirach chapter 25, verse 7. There be 9 things which I have judged in mine heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that has joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Yahweh, we will get to see this. The whole world tired of these idiots. Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah. Them Israelis getting rocked right now, right? Remember Tulsa, Oklahoma? What happened? The military bombed it. Uh-huh. Yeah. Now who getting bombed? You remember all the drowned towns? Mm-hmm. Them hurricanes tearing y'all asses up. Judgment. Now Brett Favre crying because he got Parkinson's disease. So, judgment. Your ass gonna steal millions from the so-called poor blacks in Mississippi? Judgment. And this the wicked part about it. This man ain't even broke. He did it when he was rich. Judgment. You'll be all right. You tough. Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 28. For they are a nation void of counsel, neither is there any understanding in them. Exactly. Why the hell would you sell your enemy land in your own country? That's an idiot move. That's a base man move. That's Esau. Anything for the money, right? Mm-hmm. Jeremiah chapter 13, verse 23. Can an Ethiopian change his skin or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good that are accustomed to do evil. Esau is not going to do good because he's programmed. The Lord has programmed this man to be the perfect fuck boy. He can't change that. So that tells us also, which is also specified in the Bible in several locations, that there's no such thing as free will. But Esau tell you it is. Okay, Esau, check this out. If it's free will, stop murdering, stop lying, stop stealing. You can't. Just like Brett Favre. Rich as hell, didn't even need the money, but he couldn't help himself. That's the nature of Esau, a born thief, a born liar, a born murderer. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark, and they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? They think don't nobody know about this shit. Okay. Book of Micah. They just as stupid as they just as stupid as hell to think don't nobody know about this. Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds when the morning is light. They practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Why? Because of Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Verse 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. We are living proof of that because he stole everything about us, stole our identity, our land, our history by whitewashing everything. Yeah, he suppressed us in our heritage. And he about to suppress you in your house and take it away. What did BlackRock say? They say, you know, they don't want you to own no houses, but they'll rent to you all day. Which is unrighteous. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Ain't nobody checking for E or them small hats right now. Verse 8, shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom and understanding out of the mount of Esau? Yeah, they looking real stupid because all their lies are being exposed. Verse 9, and thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter. That's what we can't wait for. When every Edomite is gone from the face of the earth. That way we can finally live. We can finally breathe. We can finally enjoy our families. We can finally enjoy this planet. Never seen, we the only species that was born here but got to pay to live. Now I understand you buying certain goods, but we shouldn't have to pay for water when the planet is over 73% water. That's all right though. So everything Esau did, he finna get it back. And just times two, just like the book of James, chapter 2, verse 13. Those that show no mercy shall have no mercy, roughly paraphrasing. Verse 15, for the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head. Verse 16, and as ye have drunk of my holy mountain, you took advantage of the Israelites. So shall all the heathen drink, all 17 nations, baby. So all the heathen shall drink continually. Yeah, they shall drink and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though they had not been. You 17 nations about to drink the cup of slavery. And how y'all gonna be as though y'all not been? Because 17 nations had never been in captivity at the same time. It's about to happen though. Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. BlackRock, run your pockets, baby. All you quadrillionaires about to run your pockets. Verse 18, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble. And they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. That's what we waiting on. After your 1,000 years of slavery. Because you about to rebuild our kingdom for free after you destroy yours like an idiot. And yeah, we can say that boldly to your face. Let me get this one. Let's go to Psalms. Psalms 58. Verse 2, yeah, in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. United States quick to call somebody a country a terrorist, but let the history show who's been always been doing the terrorizing. Yeah. Esau, Edom, the United States, United Snakes of America. Verse 3, the wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Edomites, the whole nation of Edom are born liars. Ain't no way around it, accept it. And I ain't looking for no nice way to say it. Your history shows so to be true. So you can turn your cognitive dissonance up all you want. Fact still remains that you people are born liars and murderers and thieves. This is Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Now, did we just not establish the fact that WEF and the WHO now control this country? So everybody under them are born fucking liars as well. Your White House, everybody in that bitch, if they live through the nuclear lake of fire, they will be slaves. Now, let's go back to the Apocrypha, Second Ezra, because this is what I'm about to let you know what's about to happen. Once Esau gives all these migrants, so-called, the green light to rape, rob, and murder. Second Ezra chapter 15, we start at verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them to dwell in the land of Egypt. That's exactly what's about to happen, because this is spiritual Egypt. Egypt means bondage. Yeah, you still in captivity. Verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. Verse 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand to fight against another, and swords in their hands. Swords, guns, knives, hatchets, any instrument of death. This is what they're trying to set up. And it's going to happen because it's the Lord's will. This is prophecy. Verse 16, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. These people going to be in straight up survival mode. They ain't going to give a fuck about no mayor, no governor, no police. That's how bad it's about to get. Police ain't going to be out here anyway, especially the crooked cops, which are all of them. They're going to be at home trying to protect their own family and their own shit. So ain't no 911. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Martial law. That's what they want. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. If you ain't afraid, you better be. Especially if you don't know Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You better be extra scared. Verse 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods. Spoil mean to rob. Because of lack of bread and for great tribulation. This is where we headed. Whether you want to believe it or not, it don't matter. All right, now we in chapter 16. This is verse 70. For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. Israelites, they coming after you, Israelites, because they know who you are. They always knew. Verse 71, They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. They coming after the Israelites. This is all a big setup to come after you Israelites, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Hispanics, and Latinos. Verse 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses, right into a bus going to a FEMA camp. Verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. Yeah. A big test is coming. And I got a feeling that a lot of you fake ass camps lying on us ain't gonna make it, which is cool with me. Because if y'all out there lying on us, y'all just like Eve, y'all setting us up for Esau to do us harm. So guess what we do? We put curses on y'all asses in prayer and hopes that the Lord does harm to your ass. I'm gonna get one more scripture we can close. This is for all you lying ass camps. This is for all you lying ass pastors that lie on us. This is for all you lying ass people in general who lie on us, especially you pastors and you camps. Jeremiah chapter 48, verse 10, cursed be he that doeth the work of the Lord deceitfully, and cursed be he that keepeth back his sword from blood. Keeping back your sword from blood is not telling the truth, because you don't want to hurt no feelings. You don't want to hate nobody. Guess what? They hate you. So all you soft-ass Christians, especially you men, y'all about to get slapped with reality like the rest of the world. All you Christians about to get slapped with reality. And it's going to leave a bruise, goddammit. Call Imla, Alahaya Nawa Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Hamashiyat, Wa Malakia, by Hashem Harawat Wakagorash, Rakathum, the water Bible Bar, Wakwam Yasharala. Shalom.